Ngayong umaga, abala ang mag-ama sa pagluluto ng kanilang mga putahing pampasko.
You know, Janina, whether it's Noche Buena or Christmas mornings, it's always wonderful to have nostalgic cuisine, nostalgic food. You know, to have food that you always associate with in terms of Christmas, di ba?
Yeah, syempre. I smell it already.
Yep. Ooh, that's really kinda. Ooh, that's ready. Wow, that's ready. Brush it some more with lots of butter. Ooh.
Dad, when did this ensaymada thing start in our family?
Well, I could remember when your great-grandmother used to. It's really something else, you know. It brings back memories of good times all the time. Whether it's Christmas, New Year, you know, let's put some sugar in there.
1981, nang unang maisip ni Chef Jean na wala sa bangko ang kanyang buhay, kundi nasa mundo ng kusina. Hinulma ang sarili sa pag-aaral mula pa sa France at Italy, Amerika at Singapore. At nagbunga ng malinamnam na resulta ang kanyang training. Dahil nabuksan niya, hindi lang ang fine dining restaurant na Cafe Isabel, kundi naibahagi rin niya ang kaalaman sa eskwelahang itinayo, ang Center for Asian Culinary Studies. Ang bunsong anak ni Chef Jean na si Janina ay sumunod sa yapak sa kusina ng ama. Pero bukod sa pagiging chef, may dagdag na rekados ang kanyang talento dahil isa rin siyang food stylist. At ang panganay niyang kapatid na si Gino, hindi rin nalayo sa paghahalo ng mga rekado sa kusina dahil ito'y isa ring chef.
What's funny is 50% of the topic of conversation during Christmas dinner is all about food. It's all about wine, it's all about going to certain places, going and traveling abroad or going around the Philippines and eating and also sharing these experiences about food.
At sa bawat inihahandang pagkain sa lamesa, lagi raw itong may kasamang kwento.
Saan ba galing yung word na pistu, Dad?
Pistu is actually a vegetable dish made out of hearty peppers, vegetables, and all that, olive oil, something like a ratatouille or what.
Yeah.
And this became part of an omelette, which is so popular in Pampanga.
Noong unang panahon kasi, madali lang hagilapin ang mga sangkap na gulay sa bakuran. Kaya sikat na agahan sa mga Kapampangan ang pisto solipan. Sinisimulan ito ng paghahalo ng mantikilya at olive oil sa kawali at sinasahugan ng chorizo. Maya-maya pa'y hinalo na ang tomato sauce, pritong patatas at paprika.
What can
Christmas.
I say? Christmas na Christmas yung lasa. This is something different. It's for breakfast, no?
Tan 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 tan.
Pero agahan pa lang daw yan dahil para sa kanila, ang hapunan sa Pasko ang pinaka-espesyal sa lahat. At dito, hindi lang sila o ang pamilya ang nagsasalo-salo. Pati mga kaibigan, kanilang customers sa Cafe Isabel at malamang kabarangay ay imbitado rin nila sa kanilang pagdiriwang.
When you serve something like our menudo Filipena, and if we have friends who haven't been to the dinner for a long time, they'll tell us, oh my gosh, the last time I ate this was in ganto ganyan. Remember, we were in your house, you know, things like that. And it's really nice because the food also causes them to remember stuff.
Pero ano nga bang sikreto nila sa menudo de Solipenia at hindi makalimutan ng mga nakakatikim nito?
When people say menudo, you always have this imagination about people having, you know, this little dish with little potatoes, peppers, and all that, no? Menudo, di ba?
Yeah, menudo.
Minsan may atay pa nga. But iba yung menudo sa atin eh. Iba yung menudo sa Sulipan, di ba?
Pero iba man ang preparasyon, ang proseso ng pagluluto ay pareho pa rin sa kinagawiang paraan.
You need very good olive oil.
Nag-uumpisa ang lahat sa paggisa ng bawang at sibuyas. Idagdag pa ang ham, chorizo at paprika.
I remember my grandmother's aunt. She was like 90, and she would eat a whole plate of this. God, you know, she was really a sumptuous eater. I don't know how she could just pack this thing in.
Budburan ng mga pampalasa, tomato sauce and oxtail. At ayan na, menudo solipeña. Pero bago pa man ito tikman, mahalaga raw na hayaan muna itong kumulo ng medyo katagalan. Lalo raw kumakapal ang lasa sa dagdag na pananabik. At oras na matikman, pihadong makakalimutan mo na raw ang lahat. Kaya ang mga maswerteng nakakatikim ng luto ng mga Gonzales tuwing Pasko na daragdagan sa bawat pagpasok ng taon.
Siyempre, nako, wala talaga nag-a-absent. Actually, lumalaki yung guest list namin every year because of all the people who hear how good the dinner is. Or, basta all night, nandyan yung food, tapos naglalabas. Or, masaya siya. The dinner per se is already fun, but it's the companionship, diba? You get to meet everyone, and you get to talk with them after like 1 year of not seeing each other. That's something fun.
I think it's a physical expression of sharing your feelings. On our side, it's the preparation. You prepare something, you want people to enjoy and share, so you prepare it and you share. Sa others naman, it's the sharing of the enjoyment, the sharing of the companionship, but eating together, dining together is sort of a communion with the community, no? With your group or your circle.
Parang pagsisimba rin daw yan. Kung binubusog nito ang espiritual na bahagi ng ating buhay, ang pagsasalo-salo ay isang paraan din na hindi lang bubusugin ang sikmura, kundi ang ating isipan at ang ating damdamin.